Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's that Fantasy Network, and I'm your host, that Fantasy Guy, and I'm with the homies. What's good, fellas?
What's up?
What up, everybody?
We got another season upon us, so some people are more excited than others. Because some people had good weeks. A matter of fact, both of y'all had the two top scoring weeks. So um,
I
you
think we got
know.
to call it a great week, Big T. Not a good week, a great week.
So, oh, that's good. Oh, maybe Kendrick might pop in. We'll see how that goes. But speaking of great weeks, the first question is, how you feel about your team? I'll go with you, Darnell, because we're gonna be here all day when we ask Perkins.
I feel good. Got the majority of the players I wanted. I wanted Goddard as my tight end, but I ended up with Hunter Henry. But I ended up dropping him, as y'all saw today, for one of the waiver wire guys. But overall, my team's pretty good. I'm satisfied.
What about you, T?
Vindicated. I think this year I took the biggest risk out of anybody in the
Was it a
draft.
big risk?
We'll get
Was
to
it really?
we'll get to that in our league. For some reason, even though it's a super flex league, a lot of guys don't take quarterbacks until about the third round. So I kind of broke the mode and took two quarterbacks in the first three rounds. So it was a little risky, but compared to what everybody else does in the league. But it's paying off so far.
It looked like it. Mahomes and Allen together with a bunch of firepower. So let's take it back. Biggest surprise in the draft. I know this feel like was a long time ago, but you know, Perkins. What was your biggest surprises in the draft? Because I think my biggest surprise was seeing you pick a quarterback, the fifth overall, because that's the highest a quarterback I think ever gone.
Well, Devin picked Mahomes a few times.
But was he at 5?
I think he was probably like around. I think he
Earlier.
was because
I
he made the
feel like he was
playoffs.
6 before.
But to me, the biggest surprise was Devin picking Fournette in the first round. He went a whole lot earlier than I've seen him go. I think it was a good pick, and he sure played like it last week. But seeing Fournette go late first round was a shock to me.
He loved his Fournette. What about you, Darnell? You had any surprises in the draft?
um, not no real surprise. I mean, Devin kind of reached on Tua though. He passed up some quarterbacks that I would have taken. Uh, he had like Trey Lance and Cousins and somebody else I can't remember. He passed up some good quality quarterbacks for Tua.
What guess what? Oh, well,
Kind of
let's
reached
let's
for
go look at it. Where he picked two at. The quarterbacks that went after was Rodgers, Lance, Burrow,
him.
Stafford,
Hmm.
Brady, Carr, Cousins.
Mm,
Yeah, he
yeah,
sure did. He sure did pick him over on a number of quarterbacks.
yeah.
But maybe high on Tua. How did he do week 1? How did Tua do?
Not that impressive. I mean, it's okay,
17
but
points? No,
I
no,
mean, it's
14. 14. Whew, whew.
yeah.
Well, guess what? One thing about your brother, he's one of them players that's gonna go get his guy. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to go get his guy. And guess what? A person like that
Mm,
should never dislike their team after the
mm,
draft. If you went and got your guys, how could you not like your team? You know, but that's just my opinion. like I said, I told you my biggest surprise of the draft. Because at the time when I saw Josh Allen go win at the fifth spot for T, who love his running backs, to pick a quarterback, that was shocking. But it's not shocking to the world for two quarterbacks to go, in a super flex, first 3 rounds. But Cup did go number two over CMC. And the only reason that is significant because this is a half PPR league that we are in. So, that's the only gripe I have with that. Since we are in a half PPR league, I'm definitely going to go towards running back first before a wide receiver. But, it worked out for him last year going wide receiver heavy. So maybe it'll work out this year. Next question. Should there be a punishment for coming in last place?
Ooh.
Darnell, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Makes you more competitive for the last place person. Because sometimes the last place people be like kind of giving up. So you don't want to be in that last place. So you have to keep fighting, or so you're gonna get some consequences.
Well, I brought it up last year, before,
Mhm.
I think we was closer to the end of the season, but the commission was all for it when he thought I was gonna get last place. Now when his favorite booty buddy, got last place, then he didn't push the issue.
Now I'm all for
but, but Perkins, how you feel about having the last place punishment?
weakness. Weakness should be punished. So I'm all for somebody having to pay the price for coming in last.
So I need what you call that, reparations on that punishment from Kevin. Then we need to get him on here and do a punishment.
uh, uh,
We're talking about this football season. We talk about this fantasy season.
So the question is it the person that comes in last at the end of everything, or the person that comes in last in the standings in the regular season?
So I don't think for this we should count the consolation round. I think whoever has the worst record at the end of the fantasy.
Then what's the point of doing a constellation round? Because nobody gonna care about that.
The prize for the consolation round is the 5th pick.
Somebody that comes in 12th has no chance to even get the 5th pick. So what are you talking about?
Don't come to me with all of this stuff that
The
makes
the 11th and 12th person don't even have a chance. They won't, even if they win both of their consolation rounds, they won't have a chance at the 5th pick.
I didn't know that. I thought they did have a shot at it.
No. Only the people from 5 to like 8 has a chance. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not mistaken.
Right. I'm not sure that's right, but we'll look into
I know for a fact the person that comes in 12 and 11 do not have a chance.
Because don't the person that comes in 5th or that's 5th at the regular season plays the person that comes in 12th? So the 12th.
No, they will not play the person that comes in 12th. They'll play the person that comes in 12th. I'm pretty sure that's something you can look up while we going, then though, But going on off that topic, who do you think is the worst team in the league? Darnell.
We gotta say Ricky right now because he didn't draft a quarterback, so he's got to try to improve in that department since it's a super flex. He's trying to hang on to Brissett, but Brissett is a backup, so he might have to make a trade or something to improve that team.
Yeah, earlier today, Darnell, I was looking ahead at the schedules, and both of Ricky's quarterbacks go on by the same week.
I thought it was Kendrick's.
Is that Kendrick?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. That is Kendrick.
Well, yeah, Ricky do have a quarterback. You mean he ain't draft that second quarterback and a second stable quarterback, because he do have Trevor Lawrence, and for his second quarterback, he has Brissett. So
I kind of feel like Trevor Lawrence is more the second quarterback. It's quarterback 2,
Yeah.
And,
He's definitely a QB2, and when you looking overall. But I'm just saying he did draft
yeah,
the quarterback.
right. And he just got like a quarterback that will turn into a pumpkin when week 11 gets here. So he's gonna have to look for another quarterback.
What about you, T? Who has the worst team?
I think with the Dak Prescott injury, you got to look at Hall's team. His running backs are the weakest of everybody. Not his quarterbacks are the weakest of everybody, and I don't think those receivers are going to be able to carry him to W's the rest of the way.
Let me look at Hall team. So now with that injury, he has Rodgers and Flacco.
Wonder why he didn't get Cooper Rush for some reason. You don't believe in Cooper Rush?
Would you?
I would still pick him up just to have him, just in case
Yeah,
something happened.
I were him.
Hmm?
His team don't look that. I mean, I don't know. I remember when I first seen the squad at the end of the draft. If definitely Ricky team stood out.
Oh, you know what? Dobbins is supposedly had a good practice. So if Dobbins
Fully practice.
And he
playing,
got him in the starting lineup already. I guess he
yeah,
being very optimistic. But his team, his team got a whole lot of issues. Like it got to come together strong the second half of the season because now you have that injury. He got Rodgers who's starting out slow. He got Dobbins who haven't came back yet. He has Hopkins sitting on a bench with a suspension.
A lot of question marks with each player, and that's not
Yeah,
good for
I mean
fantasy. That's
his
true.
talent is he got Devontae Adams, Diggs, Pitts. If this was a full point PPR league, that would be nice. But yeah, So maybe I might agree that right now he is in a very rough spot. Um let's go over the week one matchups, and I went up against Brad and I lost 134 to 113. Um, Quarterbacks didn't show up. Murray gave me 20, but Lance didn't do his dance. So we'll see if it could turn around next week. Then we had
hope not.
Darnell versus Ricky, 155 to 119. So that was a nice little blowout. And Justin Jefferson went crazy with 34 points. Swift with 25. Hurts with 24. Yeah, you got a nice. You stole my Hurts. I got Hurts in so many leagues this year.
Everybody's saying that.
I got Hurts in so many leagues. And it's like, and I knew you was gonna go after him, but the whole question was how early did I have to pick him just to get him?
That was because everybody say they wanted Hurts, but it looks like that was the only one that was gonna go up and get him.
Yeah.
We had Kevin versus Ken, and that was a trash matchup, 102 to 106. Barely getting over 100 points. I wish I would have played one of those. I want to play Kevin every week.
Watch this man put a 130 on me.
Oh, snap. Oh, your brother got a win. Devin got a win against the former champ, once upon a time champ, Watson. Well, let's talk about the dissension of Watson. Look like I don't know. Watson don't be feeling like the old Watson. I don't hear from Watson no more. He's real humble now. I like this side of Watson though. This is a more humble Watson. More quiet Watson. Somebody that has came down to earth. Yeah.
You need to invite him on the show, Big T.
Yeah.
He is welcome anytime. Come on with your humbleness. I am serving humble pie. But
I don't know if you can serve it, but he is some humble
I
pie.
can serve it for to him. You know, I've known him longer than you guys. Uh, we had Perkins versus Hall, and Perkins won 180 to 103. So that was spanking. Mahomes 34, Josh Allen 31, Barkley 30. You know, three players in the 30s. We
That's
had
three of the top five.
Yeah.
Three of the top five
probably
players on this
probably
team.
we
Yeah.
had Daniels, the luck of the Irish. That's what I always call him. The man sleep on four-leaf clovers. I'm telling you, and he wins. Of course, he wins versus Jared, 107 to 100. You know, and
He beat him a championship. Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor 25, and Wentz gave him 27. You know, so. That's how that week went, and let's see who you guys have next week. I have Kendrick, and that's projected to be a close matchup. You got Kevin. You know, congratulations on Darnell for your win. You Perkins have Daniels, and you know that's your arch rival. So good luck
I don't know.
because the luck of the Irish is always in play. The luck of the Irish. So y'all wanted to talk about the waiver wire moves. You know, I know I think I got Tyson Hill, Taysom Hill off of waiver wire. Even though I don't need another tight end, but just in case he go crazy, I can put him in a flex. But I think the main thing y'all wanted to talk about Kendrick doing some waiver wire moves. You said he only got two players off the waiver wire, but he used all his fab. Who was those players?
Jeff Wilson and Rex Burkhead.
How much did he pay for Rex Burkhead?
Like $50.
50. What is wrong, Kendrick? Do you understand fab? One, Rex Burkhead is not sorted after. Two, you have a loaded squad. You do not need these people. You did not need to pay for this much for them, and you didn't even need them on your squad. You are being greedy. Why would you pay $100 for Jeff Wilson? You would think that Elijah Mitchell was placed on IR for the rest of the season. I don't understand. Help me understand.
He's greedy.
Like, you maybe talk to him. What do you have to say?
Well, Dell actually had a conversation with the man, but what I looked at his team, for a guy that doesn't like to trade, it does make sense loading your team up with as much depth as possible. Now, I don't think he should have paid what he paid to get those guys, but they do make his team a little stronger.
Rex Burkhead makes his team stronger.
Hey,
he probably was the only one that went after Rex Burkhead. Maybe Hall should have went after him, but he probably the only one that went after
guys. I'm sure some
how
guys.
many leagues I have Rex Burkhead sitting in the waiver wire. Nobody won't even go after him. He's 32. You know.
32.
But look in the waiver wire right now. How many running backs are in there better than Rex Burkhead?
Well, the problem is I don't think Rex Burkhead is good, so I probably could find running backs in the waiver wire better than him.
Potentially, but statistically, probably not.
You know, if you're gonna force feed any running back, it's like I don't know if they made it. I don't know if Damon Pierce wasn't, in practice showing that he can block well or something. Maybe pass protection wasn't going well in the last couple practices, and they made the decision to put Rex Burkhead in. But you can't tell me talented-wise Rex Burkhead could hold a candle to Damon Pierce. Get the hell out of here. Maybe he's a better catcher of the ball. That's about it. But you got Kenneth Gainwell, who not only put up more points, that is more talented than Rex Burkhead, and he could have him for free.
Touche.
Yeah, that is true. He probably listened to us. Get this man on the show.
I can go on, but I'm not. They got Ronald Jones. I mean, you're not gonna get no points out of him, but I still think Ronald Jones is better. You know, Chuba Hubbard, the backup to CMC. I don't, I don't know. You know, you got Dontrell Hilliard, who scored 20 points, who's still sitting on the waiver wire. But you spent 50 on Burkhead, a 32 running back who gave you 9 points. I'm just saying, you know. I don't know. But we'll keep it short on this time. I got a 9 fantasy questions for you guys. Perkins, you up first. Give me your Super Bowl predictions. Who gonna make it to the Super Bowl? What teams?
I think the Chiefs are going to come out of the AFC. I feel pretty confident about that. The AFC, I'm sorry. The NFC. I don't know. I do think it's wide. There he is.
There he is.
Just talking bad about you.
Can we go back to that waiver fab thing? We gotta talk about that. Hold on to that Super Bowl discussion.
What was your thought when you was making your waiver wire selections, putting all your fab into week 1?
I want to know. Try to get that. Try to keep Jeff Wilson.
I did not expect Elijah Mitchell to go down so fast, so I didn't want to take any chances. So I just tried to put enough fab because I was eighth. I was eighth on the waiver order, so I knew I was screwed there. So I was like, well, let me just put up enough fab so I could have a chance to get him.
Well, that didn't matter because that only going to matter if it's tied. Like if you and the other person put up the same amount of fab.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't want to take chances. I have bad luck with running backs, obviously. So it is what it is.
When you use a fab, you're playing a game within a game. You're not only just keeping track of the fab you have, but keeping track of the fab other people have and what you think they're gonna use. So you got to ask yourself that question: do you think other guys in this league put 60% of their fab down on Jeff Wilson?
Probably not.
Maybe you know I know what it is. Like you said, you know what? I'm playing T this week. T probably fucked me out my running back, you know. And I didn't even think about him.
You would do some.
I would. I did not see Wilson on the waiver wire. I did not see him on there. You know, I have him in so many leagues. I thought he was already taken. I didn't know he was on the waiver wire. He would have been already on my team. But we going over Super Bowl predictions, and we waiting for Perkins to give us his NFC prediction.
Oh, okay.
So having time to give it a little thought, I think out of the NFC, I'm gonna go Frisco.
Woo! So you think Trey Lance gonna turn it around and everything gonna go smooth? I hope so.
Lance is gonna be the next big thing.
I hope so. I need it. Darnell.
Ooh, for the NFC, it's basically wide open.
Both. Well, who's gonna make it to the Super Bowl? Both teams.
If you say the Saints, get off of this chat.
No, I'm not gonna say this. Stop it. I'm a realist. Not you know.
Debatable.
Like can I speak now, sir? Thank you. I like the Vikings. They can if their defense get right. I like the Vikings. They have potential to go to the Super Bowl. Like the NFC is wide open. You know, it's wide open. What they did to the Packers, that was an ass whipping. And for the AFC, I like the Bills. Their defense is strong and their offense is strong.
So you said the Bills and the Vikings, right?
Yeah, the Vikings will win that division.
All right. What about you, Kendrick?
Mm.
I'm putting all this down so I can come back at the end of the year where you can see who was right.
Uh, the-
Gonna
for
be-
for the NFC. Okay. Um. I would probably have to say I don't want to be too predictable. Um. I will probably have to go with the no, not them. Um I mean Darnell is right. The NFC is wide open. So it's just anybody from the NFC can go, but I mean the AFC is easy. I think the Bills have a chance of really going all the way. I think the Josh Allen and then Josh Allen may be the Super Bowl MVP if he does go all the way. Because you gotta think about it. Last year, Mahomes didn't beat him. It was a coin toss. It was literally the coin toss that killed that beat Josh Allen last year. So, well, I mean, for the NFC, I can't call it. I really can't. But whoever goes up against the Bills, they're gonna get their ass handed to them. So
Even
So you
Mahomes.
don't want to guess one.
even Mahomes.
You don't want to just guess.
Uh,
Throw one out there.
just throw something out there.
Tom Brady.
I don't think he could do it this year. I don't think the Buccaneers could do it this year, honestly.
How about your Cowboys?
Cowboys, Cowboys are
I'll,
done.
I'll go over the teams and you tell me which one is which. Before we get to the Cowboys, um, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, San Fran, Minnesota, New Orleans.
Hmm.
All those have odds, and then you get to the Cowboys, which have no chance in my opinion. But
No,
you
after we
never know.
the Cowboys are done, but
It's only week one.
it's only week one. I'm calling it. The Cowboys are done.
Toast it.
Toasted.
Put that on Daniels.
I'll put that on. Man,
Take that, Daniels.
Daniels won the championship, bro. It's just like that dude got the luck of the effing Irish, bro.
Dude,
I was popping everybody last year, but I couldn't beat him and I couldn't beat Perkins. And I'm still salty about that.
but you're the Mad King, and I'm the Kingslayer. What are you?
So you
Change
got to
your
pick
name
from me.
on some success against me.
Chargers, Bills. And the Bills.
Chargers, Bills
Wait,
on the
what?
same side. They're both AFC teams.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Los
That's why I just went over the
The
NFC teams
Rams.
for you.
Angeles.
Well, you went over the NFC teams and said Los Angeles. You confused that man.
I
The
guess
Los Angeles Rams.
I guess he meant the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Rams could go there again, but they're gonna win.
Okay, I'll put
Bill.
down the Rams for you. All right. So Vegas has the Bills with the best odds to get there on the become the AFC champion, and with the NFC the best odds, Tampa Bay. So I'm gonna go with. I still, even though all that firepower on the big, you know what? I still want to pick the Chiefs, but who tipped the balance for me? Who is that? Vaughn Miller. He kind of tipped the balance for me.
Yeah, he
If
got a bag
if
going.
that defense stays healthy, I'm gonna have to probably side with the Bills. They got a chip on their shoulder. I think the Bills would get there, even though I hate the bet against Mahomes. I really do hate it. I'm pretty sure it might come back to bite me. And so I guess I really like the Eagles. You
Are you
know,
Them
think I'm
two.
better
I
Perkins?
really like the Eagles, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna always go with the GOAT. So I'm going with the chalk. Bills versus Tampa Bay. Nothing but the chalk. Las Vegas chalk play.
So,
Let's go.
so what you're saying is you're going against Perkins' first cousin,
Who's
Perfect.
that?
them Holmes.
So
Guess that obviously you haven't been team light skinned for a very long time. So
Kendrick, how you feel about your team, man? Since you missed these questions.
um I felt that I drafted okay. Like I said, I haven't even seen Elijah Mitchell going down, so I would think I probably tilted and putting up more fab than I should. Um, like I said, did y'all do the well, okay, well let me ask y'all this. What did you feel like was your best draft pickup? What was your best draft pick outside of your first overall pick? And what was your worst pickup in your draft?
Well, I know it for me. I feel like my best pick was getting Michael Pittman in the fifth. I didn't expect him to fall that low, and being able to get a wide receiver that I was comfortable as my wide receiver one that late, I thought that was a big W for me. My worst pick, I was telling Darnell this was Christian Kirk. I do like Christian Kirk, but I during the draft I got Travis Etienne and James Robinson. So having that much stock in Jacksonville wasn't something I was comfortable with leaving the draft.
What about you, Darnell?
um, I saw Antonio Gibson fell so much because of the, I guess the Robinson situation.
Yeah.
So I went on, got him late in the draft for my third running back.
Did you say your best pickup
Yeah, that was my best one.
and your worst one?
My worst one, not be able to get a. I forgot that ESPN forces you to for your last two picks to pick a defense and a kicker. So I couldn't get those other later round tight ends that I
Really?
wanted.
I did not know that.
So I was forced to pick my last two picks. I had to pick a kicker because I hadn't picked a kicker or defense yet. So that was my worst area pick. And my worst pick, I guess, as we speak now, I feel like Robert Woods is. I feel like it was a bad pick there. So what's it showing me right now? This does seem like it's going to be a committee approach with the receiving core in Tennessee.
I own zero shares of Robert Woods.
Good call there.
I'll do old. I might take a risk on injury. I'm not going to do old and injured.
Kendrick, what about you? Your best and worst pick?
Uh, and I told you I think I told Big Terms this when the draft ended because I figured and I told Donnell this I figured Derrick Henry may fall to me and I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that, but I did not expect Jared to pick Cooper Cup.
Hold up. I thought you just told us we can't talk about the first round.
Yeah, we following your.
Outside the first round? No,
You said that. You asked the question.
I said I prefaced that. I was shocked by that shit. But outside the first round, honestly, let's think about. I gotta think outside the first round. So, let me. Um,
You just went black.
I did go black. I'm on my phone. I Okay, I really like Deontay Johnson and Hunter Renfro. My worst pickup, in my opinion, was it had to have been. I think it had to have been Cowboys defense. I think I dropped them.
Yeah, I already dropped them too in the league that I got 'em. And the surprising thing, they was number one scoring defense last year.
Yeah, they were, but now it looks like it's Pittsburgh.
So I was happy, very happy. Even though nobody was really high on them this year, I was happy to get Kelsey. With what was that? 13, 14, 15 pick in the second round. But like I said, that was more so of me being selfish because I did not want to see Kelsey on Perkins or Gerard team. I didn't care if he would have got drafted by anybody else if I would have let him go. But I know Daniels is not going to let Kelsey go undrafted if he see him coming to him in the second round, which he had that last pick in the second and first pick in the third round.
But he
But
got Andrews.
Perkins might have would have picked them too. And I just it would have been heartbreaking to see
You
Kelsey on
already
the
had too
team
much
scoring all them points.
firepower like the fifth round. Like,
Now,
no, it had to be stopped.
I don't know if I was telling Darnell or Big T this, but I knew after getting Josh Allen in the first, I needed to get a running back in the second. The only way I would have deviated from that is if Kelsey dropped, and then I would have tried to pair up Kelsey and Mahomes.
But I would have been sitting there looking at you having Josh Allen and Kelsey on the same team. Fuck out of here, because that's the start I wanted to do. I told you if Josh Allen would have came to me, I would have picked him just to have my team looking pretty. I would have went for the pretty team award. You know.
Yeah, my quarterbacks are like, man, yeah.
So my worst pick, let's see. It might be Allen Robinson if he don't shake it, but the one that stand out is me picking Ramondre, but that's the 12th round.
Yeah,
But
He was
instead
good.
of Ramondre, I could have had was it Ramondre? Let's see. It was
Could have had Daryl Henderson.
I don't care about Daryl Hilson. I couldn't have had Kenneth Walker instead. And I because I really like Kenneth Walker. But at the same time, I guess it's the same player because if Harris get hurt, you know, he can break out, whatever. So it might be. I guess it is Allen Robinson if he don't get it together because
Yeah,
somebody
he's look.
picked the fucking Bills defense in the 8th round. Like I'm used to seeing the defenses go in 10th round because it's always Hall who picked the defense first in the 10th round. This motherfucker Ricky jump up in the 8th round and pick the Bills defense,
So
motherfucker.
I was just
so
so confused throughout
Big
this whole fucking draft. Like,
Big T, this might be a topic for another videos, but so let me know if you want to table this for later. But you've historically drafted a few players on your team that you will have to wait on. Last year, you drafted Michael Thomas, waiting on him to get past his injuries. This year, you're waiting on Chris Godwin. What's your mindset going into with that decision making process, or do you want to save that for another?
Well, I mean, I got Michael Thomas so cheap last year. It was more so. I don't remember what round I drafted him, but I knew right there he soured out. He'll never be on my team ever again. I don't give a damn what he do this year. He'll never see my team again. But this year was more so. I got him as a bench player. I got Godwin in ninth round. So I'm like, he went straight to the bench. If he's like any other one of my bench players. He's a straight upsize play. And if he don't do nothing, he either be traded or if he definitely don't do nothing, he'll be dropped. Either way.
I was
So
thinking about Hopkins, but I just didn't want to have anybody sitting on my bench for that long.
yeah, for one thing, he gonna be fresh when he come back, but You know,
What's your team gonna look like?
I'm off of Hopkins. You know, I'm off of Hopkins. You know, so
shoot, I had a couple of partners in a couple of my leagues drafted Deshaun Watson. He's just gonna be sitting on the bench for a while.
yeah, I wasn't holding no bench spot for somebody for 12 fucking weeks.
However, I could have told you before the draft that he would be on Hall's team.
He is on Hall team.
Yeah.
Well, we knew how Hall felt about his Houston players. I'm pretty sure he probably wanted Damian Pierce.
He doesn't have Watson on his team. Watson got Watson on his team.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I didn't think he had him.
I could have all had.
And Watson is a Houston Texan fan too.
Mm-hmm. Watson got Watson. Watson and Watson. Watson and Watson.
So,
Terrence, you talking about Julio Jones will never touch your team ever in your life again.
Wait, I said Watson. No. Sorry, Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins, yeah, he got Hopkins.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he wanted Watson too. He wanted all them former Houston Texans and all the
yeah, he got your boy on that.
He kind of like too. Jared when it comes to the Saints. If Jared could gobble up all the Saints, he would. If it's an old team.
I'm proud of Jared.
He put Olave. That was bold.
You proud of him? Be proud of him because he let you get CMC. That's what you're proud of him about?
I'm more shocked than anything by that. I told you.
You wasn't even ready for it. He was like, hold up. Oh, I got a chance to get CMC? You had your mind on someone else and whatever.
Derrick Henry. I told Donnell that. I was like, well, Derrick Henry falls.
I go another 0 shares. I own 0 shares of Derrick Henry. I let Derrick Henry be, man.
Hey.
I got off him last year, so I'm not getting back on him.
And that's impressive because Big T is in 76 leagues. So for him to not have stock in somebody, he must really not like it.
I had him in Dynasty and I traded him away for first picks last year. So, you know, it's all good, you know. It is all good. So I think the last thing I had was Kendrick, who you think has the worst team?
You want to be completely honest?
Well, what else? We don't want you to lie.
I think it's Ricky, bro.
All right. It's time to talk to Ricky.
Get your popcorn ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Ricky. The past is the past. You came in this league your first year and won it. Which is a feat that not many done. But since then, you have done nothing. You have not made the playoff. Your team's been trash every year. It feels like a one-hit wonder. Are you Vanilli Millie? What they call that group?
Girl, you know it's true.
I mean, it is looking like a tragedy. And then you had the nerve this year when you drafted your team, and I was like, "What's up with your team?" You said, "I forgot it was a super flex." You've been in this league 3 years. All 3 years has been a super flex.
Yeah, he only drafted.
What are you talking about? He probably been in the league 4 years.
4.
What are you talking about? You forgot it's super flex. So either 2 reasons he did that. Either one, he don't care about the league because it's so either he don't care about the league or that's a cop out. So either you capping or this he's just like this league don't matter to me. But yeah, that's my spill on Ricky, man. Mr. One Hit Wonder.
Damn.
So I'm gonna have to look up a bunch of one hit wonder songs. So every time we bring up Ricky, I can play that song.
So before we we go, let's get it on record what we think the last place punishment should be.
Oh man.
Oh, what you got in mind, Perkins?
Well, if you lose, I think it should be the damn walk of atonement.
If you believe that's for me, then Kevin should get the same. I'm coming to New Orleans for that.
Now, what do y'all think? Y'all care more about embarrassment or hurting somebody's pocket?
Hurting somebody's pocket.
Don't matter to me.
I want the embarrassment.
I'm more so embarrassment. I don't care about pockets. Or and then how would you hurt their pockets? Like, where would the money go? Would it?
I mean,
we used to do. We used to do the last place person do a gift card to the first place person.
No, we never did that. It was supposed to. It was supposed to be a video or something. Congratulations.
Oh.
But Judas the Snake over here decided to do a gift card for you instead.
He preferred
was that agreed before the season?
He knew how much.
60-second video of me praising you, or you want $50 at your favorite place?
I would have did the video.
I had a choice, man.
50. I'll do the 50, man.
Yeah.
So So guess what? Don't get mad because it's saying I made it do what it
All
do.
right. Okay.
I don't know what you was gonna do with that video, Perkins. You could have saved that video, cut it up, turned it, made it about yourself. I wasn't gonna let that happen.
If it was get $100, I see this man be embarrassed. I want him embarrassed. I want him dead. I want him dead.
That is. But, okay, here's an idea. What about the person that's in the last place? You pay the champion's entry fee for next year.
That's a good one. And you can give them a choice. We can come up with something embarrassing. You give them a choice: either you pay the champion's entry fee, or you do something embarrassing.
Yeah.
If it's Kevin, the walk of shame, atonement walk.
And same for you.
I'm not coming in last place.
If you come in last place, will you take the walk of atonement?
If you do it. If you come in last place, are you willing to do it?
Sure. He's definitely not coming in last place. If he coming in last place, then he.
Hey, but if you know Perkins, whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
Whoa!
So
if he got 15
everybody, y'all might want to go out and sell y'all Josh Allen shares because he got Josh Allen on his team, and Josh Allen probably break a leg now that he's on Perkins' team.
Whoa, let's not speak injury on nobody. That's
I'm just saying you got some bad juju going on with you. There's something happens to the team every year. Every year, fantasy pros tell you the number one team, and every year you go in fifth place. Every year.
I've got some bad juju, but never no last place juju. That's reserved for the worst of the worst.
You right. You are the mediocre. You're a king of mediocre.
He is the winner of the
king of mediocrity. That is your new nickname.
But still a king. Remember that.
Okay, Prince of mediocrity.
You had it right
because there's one person that beat you. The person that never made the playoffs.
Whether it's king, prince, whatever, just you refer to me as your majesty.
But you should feel good about it because ESPN has currently projected me after my week 1 loss. They projected me to come in 5th, but after my week 1 loss, they have said that I will come in 12th place. So you should feel good about that. Now, fantasy pros feel totally different. So it just depends on how you feel about ESPN prediction, or projection or whatever.
Is it too early? Who's gonna be in last place to predict that?
Now, Fantasy Pros predict Hall's going to come in last place.
You know that
Oh.
that could happen.
That's possible.
Give it
It's
give it about
definitely
4.
possible.
Let's give it about 4 games. We'll really predict who's going to be in last place when those bye weeks start coming in and how people depth going to look. Yeah.
Well,
Still early.
First off, I think we need to talk business, Kendrick. How much are you willing to sit all your players on your bench for? We'll talk offline. But that's a good way to end the show, fellas. Until next time, we out of here. Peace.